Hey cruisers, welcome to our Tuesday night live stream. Hope everyone's doing awesome. Saw a lot of wonderful folks here in the pre-chat. Thank you all so much. Dale said it right. Hello cruising fam. I love that. That is a very good greeting, Dale. I might have to borrow that from you. Good to see everyone here. I see some of our Patreon members already exclaiming, crew, hi guys, thanks for being here. Thank you so much for shouting out who y'all are so I can go back and take a little look later. Celine is already coming in with what is the best luxury spa in Aruba? Wow, that sounds really fun. I have never been to a spa in Aruba, but I just did a little search and I see that the Ritz-Carlton has a spa. You said luxury, didn't you? The Ritz-Carlton has a spa in Aruba. There's also one called the Blue Waters Day Spa that gets 4.7 stars on Google, and Spa del Sol gets 4.9 stars on Google. Spa del Sol kind of looks like it might be beachfront. So that might be a fun one to try. Look at that. We just figured it out with a little Google search because gosh, I don't know all the answers, guys. I don't have all the answers. It's great to be here with all of you. How's everybody doing? Are we gearing up for the 4th? What are everybody's plans? Type into the chat. What are you doing for the 4th? Are you going to a fireworks show? Are you having a picnic? Are you staying indoors in air conditioning and staying cool? That's what we're going to be doing. But of course, we'll get outside at like 9:15 and 9:30. We'll do some fireworks. But I think, and there's some local fireworks shows too that someone told me about. I just don't know if I could go to a local fireworks show because if it's going to be 90 degrees after 9 p.m., I'm out. I don't think I can do it. Oh, cool, Mike and Cheryl. You guys are at the soccer game with the babes. How fun. I love it. Oh, Seth, I didn't know that's what it was called. So we got some folks working. Heather's watching from the car. Heather, how's your air conditioner working today? Lord knows we need it. We need it. Nice. That's going to be so fun. Brett, one of my my old coworkers, the gal who actually took my place at my corporate job, she just went and saw Taylor Swift in both Dublin and London, I think. And she said it was amazing. She sent me some footage and it looked really, really fun. Just the best. Oh no, Beachy Mama, your AC is out? Oh, that's not good at all. Oh my goodness. Jim, how are you? Good to see you. Going to a barbecue, staying at home with the cats. Yeah, our Goody. Staying home with the cats. Yeah, a lot of you staying home, staying indoors, staying with the pets. It sounds like we all have a lot in common this 4th. We're not doing anything exciting either. Hi, Jake. How are you today? Good to see you. All right, guys, let's get those questions typed into the chat. I would love if you could write question at the very, very top, or all caps is fine with your question today too. Oh my gosh, Heather, yeah. I feel you on the AC. This is the first time we have experienced here that our AC is not keeping the house as cool as we thought. I'm actually turning it down right now for my phone as we speak. We bought an Ecobee on Amazon and they're really inexpensive and easy to connect to your air conditioning. And so I can control the AC even when I'm not in the house. So like when we go on a cruise and we're coming home, I can turn the AC back on or the heater. When we were gone in the wintertime, it was like, let's get it to the survivability level because it was so cold. Yeah, go ahead and get us some questions. Yes, Celine, I have been to Curacao. I have not been to Bonaire. Curacao is very, very beautiful. It's also very walkable. The wonderful thing about Curacao, even though it's very hot because it's down there in the Southern Caribbean, it's just gorgeous. And what you can do is just make your way, when you get off the cruise ship, you're going to kind of come off and then just make a right. And there's like this beautiful little mall you sort of walk through. And then you can make your way over to the bridge and see the locks, those locks that they put on there. It's just fantastic. Okay, air conditioning, come on, come back on. I'm talking to you. Come back on. Oh, I'm cranking it up right now because it just got really hot in here. Okay. Yeah, I bet, Charles, wall of heat is exactly what you feel in Texas. Like when you walk off of the airplane and you go out into the real world, it is an eye opener. Lori Z said, "What was your experience with Joost Van Dyke?" So we went to Joost Van Dyke on a recent cruise. So on my 50th birthday cruise back in October, November, we were on Regal Princess and we did the Princess excursion to Joost Van Dyke, and it was really, really fun. The only downside is it rained like cats and dogs, and so we got really soaking wet. Lori, I'm going to put our vlog in there for you, and you can check that out. But Joost Van Dyke is really pretty. Another Brian said question, is Ensenada safe? In general, it's probably fine. Usually with the touristy towns in Mexico, like Cabo, Ensenada, Puerto Vallarta, you're okay. I wouldn't wander off in Ensenada too far. I would stay in the town or do an excursion. In general, you should be pretty good. But yeah, I mean, with Mexico, you just have to have like a level of awareness, right? I see we have a super chat coming in. Hello, JD. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, great question. JD said, what site or agent do you recommend using to book my next Royal Caribbean cruise, or do you recommend booking directly through Royal Caribbean? We have a travel agent partner that we recommend, JD. I'm trying to get into the chat here. I have to see how to get into the chat to type it in. So let me see if I can do that. I think I can. Let me get that in there for you, JD. You can actually look at her website too and do your cruise research there. It's really cool. When I am trying to see what cruises are available in a certain port, I actually go to this website and I plug in whatever kind of filtering information that I want. And she has a really beautiful website. So JD, I'm having a little trouble here. I'm almost there. Here it comes. Let me know if you can see that okay. I think I just got it in there. But also JD, thank you again so much for that super chat. So there's Wendy's phone number and her website, and I definitely recommend her absolutely for Royal Caribbean. Okay, Alan DeBay said, why didn't the cruisers play cards? Because the captain was standing on the deck. Alan, we love you. He's our jokester. Jim A said, tips. If cruising during late hurricane season, okay. Jim, are you looking for tips on... Okay, if you're cruising during late hurricane season, what are the tips? Okay, first of all, maintain a sense of flexibility. Your cruise itinerary could change. So anything that you book in the way of a shore excursion, make sure that you have a full guarantee on that in case for any reason it gets canceled. You need a money back guarantee that if the ship isn't going to dock or it's going to dock late, that you're not going to get charged. So that's the first thing that I would do. And it's really all about your outlook. Other than that, hurricane season, it can be very pleasant. Alex said, have you ever been to Aruba doing Southern Caribbean May? Yes, I've been to Aruba. I went last year. Unfortunately, we just did a beach day, and it was kind of short and boring, and it was raining that day. We kind of got rained out of our Southern Caribbean cruise, guys. It's not supposed to rain in the Southern Caribbean, but it did for us. So we just didn't do anything that great. Beachy Mama said, question, hubby's interested in going on a Norwegian cruise. How is the boarding process and process leading up different from Royal and CCL? Well, Beachy Mama, it's not terribly different. They do have a certain... there's a certain time frame with which you can download your docs on Norwegian. I can't remember exactly what it is, but you have to wait a little while before you can enter your information. It's like 21 days or 14 days or something. So that's a little bit different. Boarding depends on the terminal. Sometimes Norwegian's boarding is really, really easy and super fast like Royal Caribbean, and other times it can be different, but that's the same with any cruise line. So you're not going to find it all that different. You can still get all of your stuff mostly done in the app, like uploading your passport and all of that. Definitely you're going to download an app. It just depends on the port. Tam Carp said what to do in Amber Cove. I haven't been to Amber Cove, guys. Type some Amber Cove ideas in for Tam Carp. Ashley McCargish said, question, husband and I are wanting to take a jitney, a public bus in Nassau to the beach. Have you done this before or know if it's safe? I haven't done it. I've taken a taxi, and you can get scammed in a taxi cab in Nassau. You have to be really careful. I'm not concerned with you taking a public bus. Just stay in public areas. That's more my concern in Nassau is, again, it's don't wander off. Don't be going into neighborhoods that just seem like tourists wouldn't be there. But I think you'd probably be fine to do so, Ashley. Just depends on where you're going. Celine said, question, when's the best month for a Southern Caribbean cruise? Honestly, probably the winter months are going to be ideal because you're going to get past that rainy season, right? Like getting into like December, January, February is probably going to be great. Gabby Janice, your cruise canceled Kotor, Montenegro, instead of going to Bar. Doesn't look like much to do in Bar. Is it worth it to take transportation to Kotor? If you had your heart set on Kotor, I've heard it's absolutely beautiful. But one of the things about Kotor that's so beautiful is the sail-in to it. So maybe make it a rest day because honestly, Gabby, I gotta tell you, those European cruises are absolutely exhausting. They're so port intensive that maybe you could just use it as a sea day. Do I see Tommy in the chat from Always Be Booked? Tommy said, it just rolled off the Carnival celebration and I need a or you need a cruise belt. Tommy, this is a cruise belt. It stretches to grow with your expanding waistline. We are making a joke about that today on the podcast, Tommy. Oh, so Kirk Brunson said, I'm going on Margaritaville at Sea, Islander, 827-91 from Tampa. Any suggestions in Cozumel? I am a beach club girl in Cozumel. You're going to find me at Nachi Cacombe or Paradise Beach every time. I love them both. Nachi Cacombe has a limit on how many people they can hold there. And so it's a smaller, more intimate environment. However, Paradise Beach is also wonderful too. So good stuff. Oh my goodness. I know we have more questions coming in, guys, but in the meantime, I do want to remind everybody of the big event that's coming up, y'all. Prime Day on Amazon. It's kind of crazy and it's already starting. So what we call this period of time in the Prime Day schedule is we call this the lead up period. So now until July 5th, Amazon is having sales for what's called their Prime Day lead up. And there are some incredible deals. So what we have started to do, sorry, I just put the wrong link in the chat. You guys can delete that one. What we've decided to do is put together a Prime Day shopping list, an early Prime Day shopping list on Amazon. And so what happens over there is that I get up in the morning, I go look and see what kind of stuff is great for Prime Day right now, and I put it in this little list. So what I've done is I have just pasted it into the chat for you guys so you can see it. It's also in the description of this video. So if you're watching later on replay, it's the one at the top that says PD 2024. So you can go there and kind of check out some of the great deals on Amazon. Ooh, yes, Dale. Dale is a total photographer. What kind of camera body are you hoping gets discounted? I could keep an eye on it for you too, Dale. But yeah, that'd be really nice. JD, thank you. I appreciate you so much, and thanks again for that great super chat. Seth, I know, Seth's agreeing with Tommy. We board as passengers and disembark as cargo. It kind of feels that way after a cruise, right? It's amazing to me what they said. The average person gains like 7 pounds on a cruise. If I gained 7 pounds on a cruise, we would have a real problem. That'd be a lot of weight to gain. Thank you, Gabby. Brett is giving a suggestion, you guys, about Amber Cove. Go to the Dama Jacqua waterfalls. You went to Taino Bay, but you passed Amber Cove on the way. Okay, cool. Thank you, Brett. That's a good one. Awesome. Good tips. Good tips. Canon EOS R7. Okay, cool. Nice. All right. Cruise and Fun said, hi, Sherry. Can I send the water with the packages? Uh-oh, I don't know what that means. Cruise and Fun, reword that for me, hon. I don't know what that means. On Royal Caribbean, can I send the water? I think what you mean is if you're taking water on board and you're taking your suitcases, can you send the water to be delivered to your room? Does anybody know the current beverage policy for Royal Caribbean? Are they allowing people to take beverages these days? Jim Ring. Jim said, question, we'll be on the Sun Princess Fall 2026 for a 29-day B2B med cruise and transatlantic, but staying 3 or 4 days in Rome prior to the cruise. Any recommendations on where to stay in Rome that's safe? I loved the hotel that I stayed at in Rome. It's fantastic. It's called the A Roma Lifestyle Hotel, and it is beautiful. We stayed there when we cruised with MSC. It's not right in the city, but it's safe and it's absolutely stunning. And it has an indoor pool that's like a spa. It's so incredible, Jim. Let me give you, I'm gonna put a link to it in the chat right now for you. No, that's Jim A. We got two Jims here tonight, Jim A and Jim Ring. Okay, Jim, so again, this is not right in the city. It's not right in the city, but boy, was it lovely. Oh my goodness sakes, I loved this place. They had a big old buffet that was like this multi-faceted food court. It's just beautiful. So check it out, Jim. Banya, good to see you again. Banya said, from the 3 places, Cabo, Mazatlan, and Puerto Vallarta, which one do you say is best to do an old-fashioned beach day, preferably not in a resort if possible? Well, the beaches are ugly in Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta. So it would be Medano Beach, Medano Beach in Cabo is really your only option. If you want to do a beach day in Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta, use your best judgment because they're really not pretty. They're brownish sand. The water is not tropical like the Caribbean. Cabo is more blue, and Medano Beach is the only safe swimmable beach. I don't want to be a skeptic, but what I'd rather see you do is book an excursion that takes you to the south end of Puerto Vallarta. The south beaches in Puerto Vallarta are beautiful. The names of these beaches, if you see Yalapa, Quimixto with a Q, or Majahuitas with an M, M-A-J, Huitas is M-A-J-A-J-U-I-T-A, Maha H, M-A-J-A-H-U-I-T-A-S, Majahuitas is a beautiful beach. But again, these are not accessible by car. They are only accessible by excursion, boat, whatever. There's some beautiful excursions that go down south. Mindy Bunch said, we're keeping a close eye on Beryl. Yes, the hurricane leading up to the cruise out of Galveston this Saturday. Have you ever been on a cruise that was rerouted due to a hurricane? Yes, I have been on a cruise that was rerouted due to a very severe tropical storm. Same thing, it was hurricane season. It didn't develop into a hurricane, but we totally went from an Eastern Caribbean cruise to a Western Caribbean cruise. And I understand that the Icon of the Seas Royal Caribbean blog group cruise has also been rerouted. So yeah, it's very common. Michelle B said, what would you do in Puerto Vallarta that is not a beach? You could go shopping, although it's very hot. You could take a city tour. You could go do a day pass and sit by a pool, but not a beach. But Puerto Vallarta is hot and tropical. So a bus tour, beautiful. You could always do that. You could go zip lining. Zip lining in Puerto Vallarta is fantastic. But if you want to sit, chill, city tour is probably going to be your best bet for Puerto Vallarta. Yeah. All right, thanks, Beachy Mama, for the advice on Royal Caribbean. Good stuff. Seth here for the punch and pie. Oh, I know. Gabby said, I would be looking on Prime Day for a travel-on or other type of a sling bag that has a holder for a water bottle and is anti-theft. Okay, Gabby, that's a good one. Very nice. Hi, Terrence. Good to see you here. You guys have really good questions today. I see another one coming in from Celine. Is May an okay time for a Southern Caribbean ABC cruise? Yeah, it should be. It's going to start getting warm in May, anywhere in the Caribbean. Much warmer than like March and April, but yeah, it's probably a good time. I think you're going to be okay. I think you're going to be just fine. You guys, the Caribbean too, it's unpredictable. It's like, you just never know. Any cruise destination. We have had so many rainy days on cruises in the last year. I'd say half of the days we've been on a cruise ship, it has rained. Either in Alaska, in the Caribbean, anywhere we go, it's rained. So you just have to like go with it and you know, not worry. You just be prepared. Don't expect sunshine and rainbows. Maybe some rainbows, but not sunshine every single day. You guys have great questions today. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We've got you. What else do I want to update you guys on? Ooh, we have some latest videos to check out from us, Cruise Tips TV. I will tell you, our latest video was a stateroom tour of a mini suite on Regal Princess. If you want to see that one, it's in the carousel. We also did a full review of our Eurodam Alaska cruise. So if you like vlog style content that's kind of like telling you the story and also giving you some tips and tricks. This one's kind of a cross between a vlog and an informational video. So I just put that one in the chat. It says Eurodam. That might be helpful for some folks who are considering going on Holland America and want to know what the Alaska experience is like. Lots of footage from our excursions and stuff like that. Sheldon said, question, any recommendations for a tattoo parlor in the Mexican Riviera? Sheldon, I don't know. I just don't know. But you know, I mean, of those cities, where, I just don't know. I really, let me check for you. Let's see what they're, let's see if there's a bunch of them in Puerto Vallarta, because Puerto Vallarta is big. There's a lot of highly rated ones in Puerto Vallarta, like 4.8 star. You've got the Studio Tattoo with 5 stars. Tattoo Mystique has 4.9, and Vallarta Inc. I mean, they look like they're really highly rated. Dale White said, question, we're doing a 5-day on Carnival Breeze at the end of July. How different are the short cruises? We've never done a 5-day before. Oh, Dale, I haven't cruised out of Galveston on a short cruise, so I'm not really sure. The one thing I do know is that at this time of year, I would expect a lot of children, especially at the end of July on a 5-night. I think you're going to have a lot of families, but I would love to hear from you afterward. I know you guys are very flexible cruisers, so you're going to roll with it. I don't think it'll be a massive party cruise out of Galveston. What I hear about Galveston cruises, it's families who live in Texas and the surrounding states where they can drive, coming in so they don't have to fly, sometimes with the kids, sometimes multi-generational, right? So yeah, let me know, Dale. Can't wait to hear how it goes. Celine said, question, can you ever bring your 4-legged friends on a cruise? My baby deserves the soft life too. Celine, you're so cute. Yeah, there are some cases where you can take a dog or a pet on a cruise. It's, okay, if you have a legitimate service dog, like not the kind where you see somebody shopping at Costco with the service dog thing they bought, but if you have, let's just say you have an epileptic seizure service dog, like where they are with their owner at all times to make sure that if they have a seizure that they're warned. I have actually seen that exact situation on a cruise. You can do that, but otherwise really it's only the Cunard Queen Mary 2. The QM2 is transatlantic. On some of the transatlantics you can bring your dog or your cat, and they have kennels and things like that, but that's really the only one. But they will, cruise lines will make exceptions for true service dogs, and they will not make exceptions for emotional support dogs, so you won't see that. Good question, Celine. I love that question. It's great. And it's interesting. Beautiful dog on our last cruise, one of our last cruises, that was a seizure dog, and they had very clear like warnings on the dog. Do not pet the dog. And they would take the dog up. There were some upper deck areas where the doggy could run around and get some exercise, like on the tennis court. So when we saw the doggy up there, we gave them some space and we didn't interfere. It was really cool. It was nice to know that there's an option. Marty's telling you, Dale, that the breeze is going to be great. Sounds really fun. A Chihuahua, how cute. Oh, I love it. Gabby said, can my hubby wear a Tommy Bahama tropical shirt to the main dining room on Sun Princess in Europe? Absolutely. Oh my gosh, yes. Totally, Gabby. Are you kidding me? Totally fine. Especially if it's collared. I mean, he could probably even get away with that on a formal night. I wouldn't try, but you know, absolutely. It's going to be very casual. Yeah, Seth, you can take your ice chest or your jungle juice jug, right? I just got we got new like jugs because it's so hot here in the summertime that like when we go play tennis or we go outside to work out somewhere, you don't take a water bottle, you actually take a jug to drink water from. So that is funny. I'm thinking about a jungle juice jug for you. Hi, Cindy, you sure did. You made it. How are you today? Good to be here with you. Okay, keep the questions coming in, guys. If we start running out of questions, we'll be wrapping up. You know the drill. We pretty much go that route. We stay on until the questions run out. And we will, for those of you who like the Amazon Live shopping experiences after this, we will be doing that tonight. And there are some crazy good deals. Everything in that product selection carousel that I have is all on sale. So if you like those live streams, tonight is a really good night to go over there and start loading your cart and your wish list with Prime Day deals. And I'll put the link to the Amazon after party in there for you all. Of course. I know, Mindy, summer's in Houston. Summer's in Texas, no joke. Yeah. Oh, Celine, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, it's really hot. And one thing I've just really grown to love about Texas, I've been here for just over a year now, is that we do have seasons. I had no idea. Everybody was like, it's hot year round. And I'm like, absolutely not where I live. It is not hot year round. We got how many inches of snow? 4, 8? Tons of snow in January last year. We had 4 or 5 days where it was snowy, snow on the ground. It's just beautiful. Angie McDonald, hi Angie. She said, are jeggings okay in the MDR and NCL Prima? Oh gosh, absolutely. Anything you want is okay in the MDR and NCL Prima. Yeah, I like me a good pair of jeggings too, Angie. I feel you, sis. Yeah, you could totally do that. NCL's very casual, Angie. Oh, Loretta said, question. We just booked a last minute cruise on Dream going to Belize for the first time. Suggestions on an easy excursion or to do in port. In Belize, I highly recommend that you do not just walk around in port, Loretta. It is not safe. The only area in Belize that's safe to walk around is right there on the pier. The thing about Belize, though, is that the tender ride ashore is very long. Sometimes it can take up to 30 minutes to tender into Belize, depending on how far the ship docks. What I want you to do is I want you to book either a cave tubing excursion or a trip to the ruins, although that is very hot for summertime. I wouldn't do it. I would do something on the water. I would go reef snorkeling, anything on the reef, anything in the water. Get out there, do something in the water. It's beautiful, and you're on a reef. Belize is famous for its reef. You don't want to miss out on that. Dale said, we live in South Texas. We have 4 seasons too: early summer, midsummer, late summer, and fall. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So we have, we kind of have here, we have like early summer, crazy HE double hockey stick summer, pseudo fall, and then we have January. Like, you don't even call it winter here, you just call it January, because January is crazy cold. But we ran our heater till at least April in Texas. It's cold up here. Cindy Bridges said, going to Aruba on a cruise. Any suggestions other than taking the cruise ship excursions? Yeah, in Aruba, you can take a taxi cab to a beach. There's lots of great beaches you can do. You can ask the taxi drivers right there, like, hey, I have this much time, where could you recommend? No, Sheldon, no impact for Hurricane Beryl. We have some rain in the forecast, but I don't think that we are anywhere near the impact of that. That's funny, Celine. I know, Tina, we can laugh. We can laugh. Yeah. Okay, Eagle Beach in Aruba is Gabby's recommendation. I would say that's probably true too, as long as it's not raining, right? Okay, friends, we're going to go ahead and wrap up and head over to Amazon Live. We'll see you there in less than 5 minutes. I've got the link in there right now. If you want to chat more, Amazon Live's chat box moves very slow compared to the YouTube one, so I get to see every single comment, and I usually get to respond to every single comment. So if you like the chat, if you have more cruise questions, you're actually welcome to come and just chill. You don't have to shop at all. You can just talk cruise with us. We don't mind at all. I know, it's true, Heather, especially here in the north, right? Like, it's definitely interesting. Oh my gosh. HR 167102. I've been to New Zealand and Australia, but I have never been there on a cruise ship. So I can't really give you too much advice on what to do on a cruise ship itself. But if you're going anywhere where you have an opportunity to go to the Australia Zoo, that'd be great. The Great Barrier Reef, obviously amazing. And if you're in New Zealand, if you're on the South Island, if you have any opportunity to do what's called the Shotover Jet in the river there, phenomenal experience. Attila the Fun is saying that the cave tubing in Belize is a good choice. Okay, great. Hi, Kat. Yay, I see you here. Yes, I'll see you on Amazon. Bye, everybody. Charles, thank you so much. All of you to our Patreon community, huge thanks to our Patreon community for your support. It really does mean a lot to our family. If anyone's interested in joining, it's patreon.com/CruiseTipsTV, and we'd love to welcome you to our Backstage Crew family. See you guys over on Amazon Live. Bye.
Cruiser of the week.
Hey,